Hi guys, I'm Mark.
I'm Penny.
And we are the Oyster Boys, and today we are going to be trying Zorbing Pale Ale from Electric Bear Brewing Company.
Another one from your brother.
Yeah, another one from my brother, posted up. He's sure he's
What's
our
his
biggest
band?
fan.
What's his band?
Lesser known character. Shall I put a link up there for him? Yeah. You know, I'm sure he might be the only person that watches these videos. He watches them 50 times just to get a shout out. But no, he sent us another one. Electric Bear Brewing Company, based in Bath, I think.
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
And I believe you've done a bit of research about them.
Yeah, just a little bit to see where they got the name from. I mean, Electric Bear is not your, run-of-the-mill sort of name. I believe the electric is named after how the kettle is powered, which I'm pretty sure most breweries' kettles are powered by electric, but they did inherit an old brewery, so obviously this one's now powered by electric. And it used to be in the premises of Bear Brewery, and the Bear Inn was next door, so Electric Bear.
Smashed that together.
And they've got that name. So apparently the original brewery was bombed out in 1942 by the Germans. Usually it's Napoleon that's coming in and ruining the breweries, isn't it? But this time it was a slightly worse character, so they argue, that ruined it. But the owner or the founder, Chris, he was originally a home brewer. Started off with your Spiedelmeister. Spiedelmeister.
What?
Spiedelmeister?
Shall I put the proper word on the screen?
It was a 20-litre brewing kit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
And he was brewing his garage and no access to water.
A Speedlow. He
had no access to water, and then him and some other home brewers decided to make a brewery, bought out the old brewery, and today they're now like a sort of brew pub / style that's going down. So
maybe when lockdown's finished, we can just pop down to Bath, because I mean, I've said recently on one of these videos, Bristol and Bath, that whole area has some really, really good breweries in it.
Keep popping up, so I'm up for that.
Yeah,
definitely up for that. Yeah, 100%. So this is Zorb, from what I've gathered. Basically, it's sort of those bubbles that you get when you
Zorbing.
Zorbing.
Yeah, going inside a big balloon.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something to do with the gluten-free aspect of sort of protecting you in this sort of bubble. I don't know. So it's made from extra pale malt, Vienna, and then you've got your oat malts, flaked oats, and naked oats. So I don't know how that's gluten-free.
Well, to be honest, there is an enzyme.
Barley is not gluten-free.
No, barley is not gluten-free. However, there is an enzyme that you can get. I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to pop it on the screen right here, which you can add to your beer as a home brewer or a commercial brewer, which will basically make your beer gluten-free.
I mean, I couldn't find any details of that. I know that I think it's the WHO or the Food FDA had changed what could be classed as gluten-free, and it had to be like 20 ppm parts per million or less to be classed as gluten-free. And instantly, as soon as they did that, then it suddenly turns out that Corona and Budweiser, for example, were gluten-free.
Because there's so much corn and rice.
Well, yeah, out of nowhere. They'd never advertised it. As soon as they did that, they're like, yeah, we're a gluten-free beer. I don't know if these guys are using that enzyme or using that 20 parts per million. Obviously, we don't use the FDA here. Pale ale, hops, Mosaic and Eldorado.
Nice.
So, I mean, for me, when I think of a pale ale, I'm thinking, hop forward, in that, sessionable sort of percentage, which this is, 4.1.
Yeah, that's I reckon sessionable. What will be the judges of whether it's sessionable or not?
Of course.
But,
of course.
Yeah.
Should we get it in the glass?
I would love to.
Good smoke coming from.
Which means absolutely nothing. It is pale. It's light, like a light yellow
colour.
It's like
a lime green, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of pales you get kind of more towards the orangey end of the pale scale.
Very tight
but
head,
this
isn't it?
one, yeah, it's a sort of yellowy colour, as you can tell against
this.
Yours
a lot better than mine.
Yeah, yellowy colour in contrast
wow.
against this Oyster Boys hoodie that I'm wearing now. I mean, what has happened here?
I think my can must have fell over. And maybe when we stored, one was flat, one was horizontal.
And one was shook up before you put it on the table. Okay.
Winston knocked it over before I was pouring it.
Looking at mine,
we'll have to judge it off yours, won't we?
Yeah, I think it looks really good. I mean,
that
lovely light golden yellow, it's not see-through at all. It's hazy. You can't get your eyes through that. Colour-wise, nice, tight, very white head.
Very. From the oats, I imagine, the 3 different types of oats they've got in there. If you were ordering a pale ale, would you be expecting that colour though?
It's pale.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's very. I mean, obviously there's no clarity there. If I always think of, well, I suppose it's not necessarily an English pale ale, but it's. I don't know. If someone gave me that beer and said, "What is that?" Would you steer towards a pale ale?
Well, I'd definitely say it's pale. I mean, it could be classed as a hazy pale.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not. If you went to a Green King pub and ordered a pint of their IPA, that's not what you'd get.
No.
But we're not sat in a Green King pub. We've gone to an independent craft brewery, and we've got a can of their Zorbing pale ale. This is what we've got. I think it looks really good. Okay. I'm going to give it a 7.6.
Yeah, I was around the same mark. 7.5.
Okay.
I'm running the mill. Good looking, above standard beer. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get my nose into it. I don't know how you're going to, but we'll
frosty
see.
stash.
It smells really good.
It's
Eldorado and Mosaic, you said.
Yeah.
It smells very similar to Idaho 7, I think.
Doesn't it? With a slight pepperiness as well towards the end of the note.
Yeah.
But definitely your sort of
it's
citrus,
like,
stone fruit,
stone fruit, peach and mango, and it smells great actually.
Maybe a slight bitter in it.
It smells better than it actually. You know, I think it
really
smells better than it looks. And because I really, really like that smell, I'd probably go and give that a 7.9.
I would go higher.
Maybe higher. Can I go higher? I've said it. In fact, no. Sack it. I'm going high. I'm going to go 8.2.
Okay, it'd be 8 for me. I think that's a really nice smelling beer.
That is really
good. Nice. I tell you what, it smells better than your Green King pale ales you would get 10 times over.
It smells like a summer's day.
Yeah, it smells really nice. It smells really refreshing.
Yeah.
It smells like I want to drink it.
Shall we?
Yes. Please.
Cheers.
Cheers. So like that head stuck around it, hasn't it?
And you know what? It's one of those, when it's in the glass, it kind of has that look of almost like a New England, because it's very hazy. You can't see through it. It's got a big creamy head, and it smells fantastic. As soon as you take a sip of it, it's not like that at all, though, because it is bitter. But they're not making any impression that it is that New England. They're just saying it's pale ale. The bitterness I actually like. I think it's really nice. I think it goes really well with those flavours. And I'm probably going to give it a, well, no, I'm not probably. I am going to just dive in and give it a 7.8.
Yeah, 7.4 for me. It definitely smells better than it tastes. I would like to get more flavour from those hops. The bitterness is perfect. I mean,
there's definitely a lot more aroma than there is flavour on the hops.
Yeah. But then that's sort of it. The body as well, it's quite thin on the body. I mean, it's only 4.1%. What was I expecting, I guess. I don't know. I mean, pale ales aren't my sort of style of beer. Maybe if you were big into your pale ales, you'd like this. So that's why I would give it that score. It's not a bad beer. It's a good beer, but it's not blowing me away.
No.
It's I think that's fair.
Do you want to know how much it cost?
I would like to know how much it costs. I'm really having trouble with the pour.
You're not doing well today.
I'm not.
Okay, so this is part of a multi-pack. It was a 12-can multi-pack, and it worked out for the whole thing at £2.90 a can.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I think it is good. Direct from the brewery, they're getting all of it, which I think is always a really good way to buy it. It's how it should be. £2.90 for this. I'm pleased with that. I am pleased with that.
Yeah, I am pleased with that. It's really good actually. Would I buy this beer again? Probably not, but because it's not my preferred style of beer. But
I would.
would you?
Yeah, I'd buy this again. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm just saying. I would.
Okay. I mean, they definitely use a fair amount of hops there as well. For me, it would probably be 7.
Okay. Yeah, I give it a 7.6. It's good. There's better value beers. There's worse value beers. But you know, anything 7 and above is actually really good.
Yeah. Well,
on a
first, isn't it?
It's a first.
Yeah.
First at uni for scoring for on price.
Yeah, exactly. So,
where I would say it'd shine is sessionability.
yeah, it's very
Me.
sessionable. Yeah.
It's a very, very, well, as you can tell, I don't know how far we are into this video, but I'm almost through it. It's very easy to drink.
Very easy, and I'll tell you what, if I'd gone to a pub and they had some sort of well-renowned standard lagers that you get at the place, and then this, I would be on this all day.
Yeah.
It's really nice for that sort of, if you've gone for like a golf day or something like that, you know, that sort of 4 p.m. Is it quite beer o'clock sort of beer to start, and then just carry it on through the evening? What
I would say as well is, I mean, the sun's not on us right now. The sun's kind of like over that way, shooting over there.
But the dog is lying down on, it's all on its side in the sun.
If the sun was over there, beaming down on us right now, and I had a case of these,
yeah,
I could
be hard to say no.
just sit
hard to say no.
and just carry on drinking this beer. I'm going to probably give that a 7.
Yeah, I mean,
on sessionability.
You can't, too much of a good thing, you know, if it's too rich or something like that, you can't have a lot. When you see people and they do those like ox cheeks and pigeons, they're only little bits, even with Derby steaks, they're brilliant and they're full of like pack, but you can't eat a lot of them. And this is built for sessionability. It's 7 for me.
Yeah, and just for anyone that may not have watched our videos before, that is, sessionability score is how many pints of this could you drink before you moved on to a different beer.
Yeah.
Or a different drink, gin, tonic, rum, coke, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would happily nail 7 pints of this beer.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I literally, you know, it's a real sessional.
It looks like summer.
Beer, it's perfect.
Really looks like summer.
And the percentage, it's not, you know, it's not going to blow me in the favour, but then it's something that's like, you know, full on hop character going to make me session it. No. And this is where it's going to turn around. So I'm happy with that score. Yeah, absolutely. So good beer from Electric Bear.
Yeah, just let me add up the score for it. Here's the oyster score for this beer. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop down there, smash like, hit subscribe, click that little bell next to it, and you'll get told whenever we put a new video out. Also, you'll find down there the links to all of the other reviews that we've done, and also our score spreadsheet and all that other stuff. But for now, oysters out.